Hello, good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading. It is March 1st today. I'm getting a little bit of a late start. And so I'm kind of, in the middle of doing my getting Palo Santo going and clearing myself. In spirit of the time change approaching, I'm a little off schedule before it's even daylight saving time has even happened here for me. I think I'll put that right there. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I hope you're feeling the shift in energies. I've seen a lot of people, even sort of mainstream, more pop culture kind of astrologers and tarot people that sometimes I look at for references of how like the mainstream's doing. I've noticed them even now talking about the shifts, talking about the change in the energy, things feeling different in their lives, energy being different, feeling different about choices they're making, feeling different about how they live their lives, like they want to live their life for themselves now, finally. And yeah, I really am feeling the wonderful external confirmation that over the last maybe 2 to 4 years, I've really been kind of hoping for and waiting for. So it's nice to start to see the bubbles in the water, right, happening. Yeah, we know the water's starting to boil and things need to get done, but to see those little bubbles starting when you've been watching the pot for a couple years now, thank God for it. So with that in mind, today is the 1st. We're going to have a new theme for our whole month to work with from my tarot deck. I will pull that first, and we will also have our Saints and Angels card for this week to come, for things that we could do right here in this near future, in this week to come, to anchor in and bring in the new energies for March. So I'm going to try to get right into it. Like I said, I've already sort of been pushed a little later than I wanted to this morning. So I'm going to do a nice grounding here for us to just calm the energies and get us aligned and ready to receive and listen to the cards and their messages. So I'm going to close my eyes, and you're welcome to as well, or you can simply relax your gaze. You can just watch and listen, or if you're doing anything at this moment, that's totally cool too. You can be doing the dishes or driving, it's nothing hypnotic at this time. But yeah, so I'm going to close my eyes, and you can too. And just tapping into the breath for a moment. At your own pace and scale. Easing into it, taking a few conscious breaths to ground down into the moment. Let the to-do list go. Anything before or after this very moment. All the thoughts, happenings, conversations, the wants, the desires, the needs. See them all around your head here, floating like a busy cloud of static, of glitter, bits of paper, energy bubbles, lights, butterflies, whatever you see them as. Breathe into them and see. Give thanks for all the thoughts you can think, for all the things you're capable of doing, all the emotions, the variety, potentials, and possibilities. No matter if you can put words to them or not, they are there, right? See them and feel them around you. Breathing and observing. Maybe the cloud is light and airy and just around your head, the crown. Perhaps it's large and dense, taking over the entire top half of you. Or is it so busy and so large, it is all encompassing, invading, overtaking the entire sphere of your reality, over and under and around you, in every direction. Whatever your mind's eye, your beautiful imagination shows you is perfect. It's you. Love it. See it, appreciate it as it takes form. Now with the breath, we're going to imagine, create a swirling like a vortex around the perimeter, the boundary of you, around the top half. Use the breath to create the motion. See it circling around, faster and faster. Longer, deeper breath really anchors the momentum and fuels the spiraling. See all of those bits of paper, all that debris, whatever it was for you, see it caught up in the circling around and around. See it. See it spinning around the outer boundary. So fast, becomes like a blur. A stripe or wall around you. Allow that spinning to call inwards, to tighten around you, to become smaller and smaller, not crushing you, not caging reaching you. No, traveling inwards into you, into the universe of you. Feel it pulling into the magnetic center, inner vortex at 0 point, becoming like a tiny coal or ember, or a pebble of light, tiny bubble, a seed, drawing inwards, deep into the heart, center of you. See your higher self sitting, residing on the throne at the center of the palace within your heart. Allow that figure to take form, single being, guardian angel, your higher self, king and queen who reside within you, your inner child perhaps, whoever and whatever that figure appears as to you is perfect for now. They are the one, they are the steward to receive the package, all the knowledge, all the thinking, the emotions, the to-dos. They receive them, open arms and gratitude, knowing exactly how to take care of each thing, feeling and knowing the truth within each desire, each want and need, knowing divine timing to prioritize, to integrate, to ask, to wait, or to do. They know it all divinely, effortlessly, immediately. For they are entangled with Creator consciousness as you are fractally as well. So thank them, witness them as they take this beautiful gift into the heart center, into the eternal flame that resides on the beautiful hearth and fireplace in that palace. Give thanks for this place and space, for taking the time to do this work and to be a part of this handing inwards of knowledge, of information, of processing and doing. When we trust and have faith in our inner discernment, in these archetypal characters and energies within us, we are deeply connected to Source, to God, to the spirit realm, to the ether, to the infinite intelligence, to this reality. Feel that deep connection for a moment. Breathe into it. Feel the beautiful emptiness and void in that space around you that before was so noisy and so busy. Breathe into that free space, the openness of you. Feel the welcoming fluidity and ease, the elbow room. Breathe into it. Notice a freer feeling, a truer you. clearer gaze, clearer channel and prism to look through and to witness reality through. I thank you as I thank myself for joining me in this space. If you'd like to bring your hands together in prayer or at your heart, or perhaps just feel more conscious footing, sitting where you are in this reality, in your coordinate setting. I thank you for your distinct eternal fractal, your unique position. I thank you for your perception, for your attention here and audience, for your love and light. Take a moment to give thanks for all the people sitting together, joining here and in the future. Feel a circle or embrace of all of us sitting together, casting our attention inwards through the inner eye to see collectively what our beautiful cards have to share with us today. Take one last moment to just breathe and feel what it feels like to be you, to be alive in this moment, to be courageous enough and loving enough to watch this video, to listen, to return to this practice every Friday, and to do the great work we are here to do. Thank you. Little celebratory rings. It sounded like 3 of them for the 3rd month almost. What a beautiful vision and message to come through there. I'm going to take out my tarot deck now and we'll have our theme for March. Okay. We thank you, cards, for listening. We thank you for your audience, for your energy. Source, God, Mother Earth, fairies, elementals, higher selves, spirits, angels, all of those beings of higher frequency and density with benevolence and love in their beings. We ask you to hear our calling and to offer through these cards guidance, support, or advice that we could anchor into for this month to come here, March 2024. Both individually and collectively, what it is that we need to focus on, or to work on, to enliven, perhaps even to walk away from. We thank you ahead of time. We offer our love and our audience freely and openly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give this a little shuffle. And I'm going to cut the deck. Oh, and our card, wow. For this month will be the Two of Pentacles. And it did seem reversed when it came out. And so, I mean, some people read reversals and some people do not. I like to see them as a reminder or sort of as a marker or a heed or warning to let us know that the concepts and the meanings here of the Two of Pentacles will be a sharp focus, or something we'll need to call and return to sort of work to upright, to work to bring the more difficult aspects of it into alignment for ourselves to move forward in a positive way. It can also be a real calling to not focus so much on those shadow aspects that are involved with the reversal of the two, and to not allow yourself to be caught up in them too much, because they might be appearing more prevalent in this coming month. And so to avoid focusing on those more reversed meanings or the more shadow aspects of the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles in itself, for anybody who is not familiar straight away with traditional tarot, the picture is helpful here. You can see there are always going to be dual choices, this or that, a sort of weighing of the odds. It has to do with pentacles, which is material money, or anything that sort of manifests in that financial, material way of the world. So having a lot of focus and thinking on how you use your money, how you make money, how you think about money, how you assess and realize, and not just money, but wealth, financial stability, abundance. This can also be a real calling about having a poverty mentality, having a this or that view, or even the opposite of the poverty mentality, which is, having that upper class society kind of mindset about money. Both of them are really rooted in the same sort of lack mentality, but just offered from either the more lighter side or the more darker side of things. So we will be prepared to be facing these sort of concepts here in the month to come in March. Interesting. So I'm going to now take out our saints and angels, and we'll ask for some direct guidance and support here this first week of March for us, to see how we can work with these specific energies in our own world, and also perhaps how collectively we can work to assist or aid, bring in some helpful processing points, some flexibility of mind to help with situations where perhaps it's fighting over money, or a real drawing between two people over certain things that have to do with finances or money. Thank you so much. I forgot to actually thank you, dear cards. Thank you for your audience, for your patience in listening to us this morning. We appreciate you so much, and thank you for your audience. We ask that you could offer us here an anchor point, something of advice or a solve, something that could be healing, or a saint or angel we could call to if we are in need of assistance directly in our world. Perhaps if we're doing more soul alchemy work, if we could have an anchoring point for those lessons I want to call on for confidence or advice. In that sort of way, we thank you so much. Oh, you're stuck. Okay, and again, I'm going to cut the deck here like I did with my other deck. Marriage, again, St. Catherine. Wow. Wow. And this is I'm so actually called to now speak about 144,000 and twin flames and all of that, and soulmates and things, because this card is like reappearing. And that is such a drawing of soul work for partners of all aspects right now, and how important it is with the divine masculine and feminine to do wonderful work within each other, these contrasting roles of work. And in the framework of the Two of Pentacles, I mean, wow. be prepared to be working through, talking over financial issues with your partner in your marriage. Perhaps they might be rougher edged things that need to be smoothed over, or greased to bits and squeaky wheels that need attention, perhaps. But to remember and hearken into the fact that the bond of love and the soulmate bond, this twin essence flame, is a lifelong journey. And it's just like this card keeps coming up and coming up. I'm going to ask 1, 2, 3 for just a clear confirmation here, or a little bit of a deeper dive, since we have seen this card so much. If you could give us definition, we would really appreciate it. Wow, God's love. Bring God's love into your marriage. Seeing each other as a beautiful reflection of God, of Source. I'm just reminded of right now. And sometimes when we're facing reversals, when we're facing more difficult tasks, when we're facing these rougher edges on ourselves and on them, how we can inspire ourselves to be patient and gracious by remembering and honoring the love of God in them. I'm going to read God because I did read St. Catherine recently, and we've seen her quite a few times. And I'm going to read quickly here. God is love, and God is everywhere. Therefore, divine care is surrounding, healing, and supporting this situation. The answer to your question is quite simply love. That's because it's all that exists, in truth. By focusing upon God and this caring, you'll find the answers, solutions, and results you're seeking. It appears that you've been struggling to do things on your own. This card is a reminder for you to call upon God for help with everything. Heaven's infinite wisdom has miraculous answers and solutions for you. Don't worry about how your prayer will be answered. Instead, have faith that God's will is for you and loved ones to be at peace. Your life's purpose involves you being a role model of divine love. By meditating upon God before you do anything, your reflection of this shining light, which is the best way for you to be a spiritual teacher, by living as an example. Feel God's powerful love in your heart right now, and know that this is the answer that you seek. Wow. I'm also called to just reiterate and underline that if you're not currently in a relationship, then perhaps you're drawn to seek through and ask, this conscious way to be shown to the right places where you might encounter them, or be in the right time where they're drawn to you. God works in mysterious ways. So even if you are not currently feeling that this marriage card, know that love is in the air, and that each one of us is meant to be a divine partner in a reflective relationship, in a catalytic, really alchemitic relationship of soul work. And those come in every different flavor, every different category and variety. As long as it feels true and correct to you, and as long as you are living in your truth and looking to inspire the other to live and be fully embodied in their truth and to honor it, and to work towards harmonious solutions for the both of you, I think that is the only thing that is needed. All the other things, are accessories, they're interior decorations, they're afterthoughts. To have firm foundation, that's all that really matters. So I hope that you found these messages enlightening for this month to come. I'm super motivated and empowered to see that we'll have this really sturdy card, the Two of Pentacles, all month to anchor us and work through these new energies as we come through, the transitional month here out of March, and changing seasons and all that's coming up. So it'll be, I'm excited to see the work at hand. For this week is, of course, doing great work within your relationships, and perhaps I will keep updated throughout the week of things that I've been doing, and little examples. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for a long one. Hope you have a beautiful Friday, a wonderful weekend wherever in the world you are and whatever you're doing. I hope that it is enjoyable, joyful, and that you live consciously and awake. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I will see you next Friday.